What's up, y'all? It's Timmy, and today I'm in Colorado, and I'm going to take you over Ophir Pass towards the town of Telluride. So let's go do it. It might get sketchy. Welcome to Truck House Lap, baby. So we're currently at the gas station here in Silverton. I'm just fueling up. I just finished doing an Alpine loop yesterday, half of it in the dark over Engineer Pass. That was a little sketchy, especially on a full-size truck camper, but we're not gonna get into that right now because we're gonna go get into another trail. We're gonna go hit Ophir Pass. I think it's spelled O-P-H-I-R. It goes from Silverton to Telluride. It's like a shortcut over the mountain. The catch is there's some sketchiness, so let's go check it out. So we are leaving the Silverton, Colorado gas station here at the corner, and we're gonna head up, I think, Highway 550.
Turn left onto US 550 North.
Yeah, exactly. She knows where we're going. I trust her most of the time, but she will mess you up. Silverton's right up there, Durango's to the right. We're gonna go left, up Highway 550 North. So we're gonna drive about 5 miles, and we're gonna look for the Ophir Pass, basically a dirt road that goes up and over, probably in that pass right up there, right to Telluride. I drove this back in 2000 when I was in Colorado. Drove it with my good buddy Obadiah Jenkins. Ophir Pass is supposed to be a pretty manageable trail, except that I'm driving a full-size truck with a truck camper, so that makes it less manageable. And I feel comfortable off-roading, but it's a whole nother ball game when you have a full-size truck with a camper in the back. That's coming from someone that used to build rock crawlers and do a bunch of crazy rock crawling with Suzuki Samurais and stuff. So in Silverton, I stopped by a place called Coffee Bear. I got myself a breakfast burrito and a coffee, and it is freaking delicious. The coffee's awesome, and this is one of the better breakfast burritos I've ever had. And I get like a hot green chili in there. It's pretty good. Anyhow, look at this. We're in the pavement, and we're at 10,000 feet right now. No wonder I had breathing problems the other night. That was a delicious breakfast burrito. Holy crap. You guys check out the Coffee Bear if you're in Silverton. I'm not joking around. That was good. I still have my tires all aired down right now from the last trail.
Take the next left onto Forest Road 679.
Here we go. Unfortunately, I crashed my drone last night, or I didn't crash it, the wind smashed it into a cliff because it was 30-mile-an-hour gust. I can't show you guys scenery with the drone, but I'm going to do my best to capture the trail as best as I can with this camera. So, we're locked and loaded, let's do it. So far, the Forest Service road in is super chill. The one thing you have to worry about with the truck camper that most people don't have to think about is height. So I'm exactly 11'11" to the chimney cap. So this tree, even though everything else fits under it, my chimney cap is just barely going to hit that. So I've got to try to line myself up the best I can when I'm going under trees and stuff. And probably same to you, if you have a tall truck camper, I highly recommend bringing an electric chainsaw with you. I have one right behind me, and I had to use it on a trail that I did with down to Mob Overland and off-grid backcountry adventures, or else I wouldn't have been able to get back out of the trail. Good thing to have, electric chainsaw, if you have a truck camper. And I'm assuming we're going up and over those mountains right up in front of us. Still on the Forest Service road, and we're climbing pretty much out of this first valley and going up into the woods up here. It looks like super easy trail so far. I do it in two-wheel drive. All right, here's the first steep switchback. Kind of hard to tell, but this is the first pretty steep switchback. If you don't have four-wheel drive low, that would be a lot steeper than it looks. So just keep that in mind. Shock those tires if you get out of your car. It's a pretty sweet four-wheel drive quickly van here. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm dropping down the other side of Ophir Pass towards Telluride. I just heard that there's a couple new obstacles called the Stair Steps. Just saw some pictures and they look a little bit gnarly, but I think we can do it because we're going downhill. So I'm just gonna take it super chill. Here we go. It's a little bit rougher than I remembered. It's chunky. It's like pretty much half a foot to foot tall boulders constantly. We're getting down it though, one step at a time. First super sharp looking switchback, holy crap. Nice. There's the first switchback. F350 took a 5-point turn, but we made it. There's the narrow stretch down there. Still got a little ways to go. Woo! All right, I think we just got through the tightest part of the squeeze. I tell you what though, I still think Alpine Loop is definitely more difficult than this. There's more, I guess, more exposure in this, kind of. Not really though. There is one switchback that I had to do a 5-point turn on, and if you had to go uphill with a truck camper, I would not recommend that. And that's coming from an experienced rock crawler back in the day. And I feel comfortable wheeling pretty crazy stuff. But a full-size truck and a truck camper are no joke. Like it's a whole nother ball game, especially when it comes to steep stuff and going up. Well guys, I don't know how, but I think we just survived it. It was all pretty chill except for that 180 switchback, which those Jeeps are coming into right now, is already super sharp, but it also had a bunch of like a steep drop off, like pretty much a 6-foot ledge. You had to kind of crawl down really off camber in some spots. Just made it really interesting. Other than that, it's a really manageable pass if you're going from Silverton to Telluride. You wouldn't be going downhill towards Telluride. If you're coming up that stuff, it'd be another ball game. I could probably go up it in my truck camper, but I really would not want to. So I'd take that to heart. But absolutely beautiful up here. Gorgeous day. Really wish I had the drone going so you guys could see it. Let's continue to Telluride. We're not there yet, but we're getting down. All right, about 5 miles into the trail, and we're getting back into the woods again. That way there's trees to catch you if you roll off the hill. How about that?
We're in no hurry, and I'm enjoying watching.
All right, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was enjoying watching you guys back there for a while, man. I think that was the worst of it, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. Hey, good on you guys.
Good work.
Right on. Those are my new friends I met at the summit. They were up top, and they were gonna turn around because they heard about that ledge, that switchback, but anyway, those guys were gonna turn around because they had heard rumor that there's some pretty bad stair steps in there, And I think that was like the Switchback, that pretty big stair step we went down, that 6-foot drop. So, but they did it like a champ. I think probably it probably helped just watching the log cabin take off down the hill. They're like, well, if that guy can do it, I guess we can do it. That's awesome. I'm stoked they pressed on. And if you look at the map for the area, if you don't cut through Ophir Pass to get to Telluride from Silverton, it's actually kind of a long ways around. So this truly is like an old school shortcut, all but a sketchy one. All right, looks like the end of the trail right down here. These four-wheelers can't go past it. I think we officially kind of made it. I just unlocked the hub, so a little free crossing and it's looking pretty chill, knock on wood. I'll probably air up at the car wash when we get to town. I'm not gonna worry about it for now. Just occurred to me that probably a lot of you are wondering like, hey, why don't you have your seatbelt on? It's because if this car goes over the edge of a cliff, I do not want to be locked in. I'd rather either be thrown out or try to jump out. Like the second I feel this thing breaking free and going off an edge, I'm gonna try to jump out. Anyhow, that's my 2 cents. If you're inside of this car at the bottom of the hill, you're definitely dead on any of those cliffs back there. So I personally feel safer without a seatbelt when I'm going really slow on really exposed stuff, just because that at least gives me the opportunity to potentially jump out if something were to happen. But we're gonna try to skip that chapter in general. Well, that's a wrap, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video on Ophir Pass. Not too much to say about it, except if you want to try it in a truck camper, make sure you're definitely going downhill towards Telluride, and make sure you have a really low gear in your camper. I would not recommend it with a really large truck camper. It's already pushing the edge of what this can do at that Switchback, so keep that in mind. But it's totally doable. Overall, Ophir Pass is way more doable in a truck camper than Alpine Loop, so keep that in mind. And yeah, that's my advice. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Maybe subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. I do videos every week. We'll see you next time. Peace, y'all.